Good morning. It is May 10th, about 10 a.m. in the morning, Central Time, and we are finally getting that breakdown that we have been expecting for so long. So the real question is, what is that going to mean for the future? What does it mean for the alts? Got a lot to cover in this video, so do not go anywhere. So let's get right into it. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. You guys know I start with this every day. Nothing's going to change today either. So weekly breaker, still there. This is it. Came down. We're still inside of this massive level right here. I don't expect this to really see any serious resistance until we get to this level down here. Right now, we're sort of ranging, completely expected right now. Go to the 4-hour. You guys can see what's going on. We're getting some resistance, but overall, we are continuing to trend downward. Now, Bitcoin is starting to break down, and you can see that the Bitcoin dominance is actually increasing. Completely expected. Whenever Bitcoin decides to have sort of volatility either direction, usually our alts suffer no matter what. Either if it goes up, you're going to lose on BTC value. If it goes down, you're going to lose on US dollar value. Regardless, though, alts are taking a little bit of a hit right now. Nothing too crazy, but we'll go into that in a bit. Overall, we're still inside this range, so nothing too much to update there. On the total 2 chart, you guys can see, oops, I did not want to move that. We are starting to get this downward movement. I talked about it a couple days ago. This has been here for a while. I'm expecting some sort of a movement down at this level because it's going to coincide with our Bitcoin chart. A little bit higher than I'm expecting. However, we are starting to trend down. That's what I expected because we have these massive levels that have been forming over a long time. And I think this daily breaker is just too tempting to not come down and retest it. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, this is basically what I expect, some sort of a movement down. Does it have to happen? No, make that very clear. But I think that a movement into this level would be very healthy. So yeah, that's right with that. Let's go to Bitcoin, see how we're doing with Bitcoin. You guys can see we are starting to finally show some serious momentum downward. Thank about damn time. It's been a while. Really quick recap of the large time frame. Or not the large, that a little too high on that one. Let's go to the daily. We had this 4-hour breaker right here. It hit it, came back above, tried to retest, completely failed, went right on through. Lots of volume on this movement down, which you can see on this chart. Lots more volume going down. We try to correct back up, but we just don't have any volume right now. So because we don't have volume on an upward movement, we expect continuation downside. This was an earlier line we don't need. So if you go on the 4-hour chart, you guys can see we even have a channel forming. This channel, you can see how it hits it, come back down, hit it. Didn't even get to the very top, and now we're starting to continue downward. So I expect, since a channel is generally a corrective movement, which means it's trending upwards, but it has no volume, it is channeling, you would expect this to be an impulse, our next movement to be down. Because we also have this massive 4-hour breaker as well. So this 4-hour breaker, like I said, it hit, went above, crashed back through, and now we're trying to get in this breaker, but like we expected, we're not really able to make much movement into here, and I don't really foresee us getting through this. It's just going to be a really challenging one to break through. So right now, we have to have Bitcoin prove itself because this area right here is serious resistance. And right now, Bitcoin is just not doing so. It is making a lot of very bearish movements. So until we get some sort of basically having Bitcoin prove it that it is strong, I do believe that we are going to continue downward. Now, the downward targets, I think the most likely scenario is at least to this level here. I think that down here to the 38, let me find the chart. Yeah, I think that this entire block right here is very realistic. So I think that's very possible. And I don't think that's even that unhealthy for a movement. There's a lot of really good confluence down here. We do have the 200 moving average that's down in this level. We do have this 2-week level that I think has a lot of people will buy here if we get there. Make it very clear. I think that this will be a massively bought area. So if we get anywhere near here, I would say anywhere from 42 all the way down to the 32 region, I think that is going to be the spot where we get the major bounce that will have us continue to be upside. So one step at a time though. Level to level, Bitcoin looks pretty bad. But confirmation of this bias right now, I would say a loss of, I'd probably say a loss of this channel would be pretty dang bearish. A loss of this breaker, which I believe is a daily breaker. Yes, it is. Loss of this breaker would be even more biased. I think that if we were to lose this channel, it would be very bearish. If we lost this channel on a daily level, I think that continuation downward is very likely, because that's the level that had our mass continuation downward the last time. Yeah, I think it makes sense to me. So, all right, there we are with that. Let's go ahead and look over the rest of our charts real quick. Well, let's do this real quick. What is going to happen, so we're establishing that my expectation for this movement is down, right? I think that's the most likely scenario. So the question is, what is going to happen with our altcoins? Because again, we trade alts, right? So generally what's going to happen with alts is that if Bitcoin drops, alts are going to drop harder, okay? That means that the usually you're going to have the Bitcoin dominance is going to increase, and the alt pairs are going to lose value based upon the Bitcoin pairing. Furthermore, if Bitcoin's dropping and alts dominance is dropping even harder, that means that the alts will be dropping harsher than Bitcoin. It doesn't have to happen, but it definitely can. So at this level, this is not a bad idea to start transitioning some of your holdings into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin will basically act as a hedge. And also, let's say we do find support here, we do continuation up. This is not a bad place to start adding some position if that's what you're interested in. Now, if we do rise and we do explode upward, I think Bitcoin will once again have more strength than alts. I think no matter what's happening, because we're in such a precarious spot, it's either going to have Bitcoin accelerating upwards and just exploding through here, in which case, obviously, alts will try to be tethered along, but realistically, Bitcoin is going to start really dominating and reclaiming some of that Bitcoin dominance. Now, so basically, if it goes up, bad for alts. Well, bad for alt BTC pairing, but good for alt US dollar pairing, but not as good as if you just have Bitcoin. And if it drops downward, you're going to have some serious volatility. And that means that our alts will also take a massive hit. So the point I'm trying to bring here is, unless we do just continue ranging in this area for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think the best play right now is to start converting some of your altcoins into Bitcoin. I think it makes the most sense. Basically, you're acting as a hedge in an uncertain market. Altcoins like Bitcoin being like ranging, consolidating, basically just going up and down a little bit, but nothing too crazy. I think that because we have this channel, because we have this 4-hour breaker, I think that it's going to have to pick a direction soon. So if we can zoom in, I can show you guys. If this channel is going to keep going up, right? Well, eventually at one point, it's going to pick a direction. It's going to go up or down. So I think I put on Facebook, next 72 hours, and we're going to have a range established. I think 72 hours is reasonable. Plenty of time right in this area for Bitcoin to either go up or down. I don't know which one. My bets are down. However, it very well could pop up. Now, the invalidation for my down position, my short positions, will be a close on the daily level of 61222. If we get a close above here, I'll be pretty dang bullish at that point, because that would be a solid break in this range. This was a deviation from it. That'd be a solid break of this range. This is the level of the previous double top we had. I think this makes too much sense. I think that's the level where if we close above here on the daily level, we're going to continuation upward. However, until we get there, I'm not adding to any position at this point, right? So if you want to hedge and get into Bitcoin as a hedge, if you want to remove yourself from some alt positions as a whole as a hedge, completely understandable. The point is that this is not really a good time to be entering the market. It's more of a time to be sitting on your hands, waiting for something to happen, see if you get some clarity. All right, that's right there. Let's go through some of our coins. Ones that are really popping off right now or really showing some strength. ADA definitely showed a lot of strength. It came up here, it busted above. It's coming back for a retest. This is pretty healthy, honestly. But you guys can see that let's go to the other pairing actually. All right, there we go. You guys can see very clear levels. Hit, hit, hit. Deviation a little bit, but it went back down, broke through, retested, and now we're continuation up. It looks very healthy. I have nothing bad to say about this chart. Obviously, if Bitcoin starts collapsing, so will ADA, so be aware of that. But overall, this chart looks very healthy. What are some big ones I want to touch on real quick? Bitcoin Cash looks pretty healthy. I like the consolidation, movement upward. But again, it's going to crash if it doesn't. So yeah, guys, like all these coins, they're basically just waiting for Bitcoin to pick a direction. You can even see this. Like a lot of these coins are starting to lose some serious value because people are taken out of alts because they're trying to hedge themselves against Bitcoin. And that's just what's happening right now. Like that's what the entire market's doing. So I was really bullish on, I was really hopeful last night on XRP taking off. I posted on my Facebook. If you're not on my Facebook, you guys are seriously missing out. I post on there all the time, a lot more than I do on YouTube. I can't use the community feature on YouTube yet. So if you really want to get the good information, you need to be on my Facebook group. That's in the description so that you guys can get all the updates. And I do answer a lot of questions on there. So yeah, definitely be on there. I update all the time. I try to give you guys the up-to-date information, except waiting for one of my videos to come out. Let's see, XLM took off really well last night. Reasoning why is pretty clear. You had this double top right here. You guys see that? Came up, broke through it. So now you would expect this double top to hold. So if we do fall down into the 67 region, I think that's a really, really good buy. I do like that a lot. You guys even see my little my rocket ship here, so you knew that this was expected. Yeah, on the low time frame, this looked amazing. This breaker was broken above, and once it broken above, it just absolutely exploded. So, yeah, pretty expected. Yeah, it's clean. Let's see what else. What are the other big ones? Waves. I really don't look at this one ever. Let's look at it real quick. Wow, this is a super bullish chart. Super bullish. Oh, something else I noticed I noticed this morning. I can't remember who it was from, but I saw this in something. I was really interested in it. If you go to the 3-day, if I remember correctly, I think it was a 3-day. Yeah. We are having a falling wedge on this level, on the RSI. And this is really interesting because, like, you can trade off the RSI. There's nothing wrong with that. So falling wedges, as you know, are bullish patterns. So if the bullish pattern does break up, then you would expect continuation upward, right? That makes sense because if it does give a bullish momentum upwards, that means that it's going to be the price is also going to increase. It doesn't make sense for the price not to. Now, that being said, there's still a lot of space here for a drop. No problem with that, right? It could drop up and then go up, or it could also just go like this, just go straight up, right? We don't know yet. The point is like this falling wedge pattern is definitely apparent on the 3-day, and that's quite a bit of strength actually. So if it does shoot up the way that, you know, I'm sort of maybe hoping to, I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel about this, but it's definitely a legit bull case for the chart as a whole. So yeah, if we do get some sort of movement broken out of here, that'd be a pretty nice, I think it'd be a pretty nice gain. Honestly, I do. So that's a bullish case. I do think it's very legitimate on here. So there's not really a falling wedge on the price action, but the RSI does have a falling wedge. Let's see what else. Let's see. Doge, obviously we got to talk about that because everyone wants to know about Doge. So yesterday I broke down in detail why I have all these levels on here. I actually cleared the whole chart out and developed this all from scratch. So if you want to look at my video from yesterday, the market scan, I go into serious detail on it because someone asked me to, and I was like, all right, cool, I did it. So on here, we have lots of levels here. The point here I'm trying to make is that we have a lot of resistance up here, and we have a lot of support down here. So right now, what I expected was something like this. Come down, up, 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 and do its thing. I fully expect that's what Doge is going to be doing. Because Bitcoin does not look good. So I do not think it's going to have enough strength to bust it through here yet, because it's going to have so much downward pressure for Bitcoin. And also, Doge has a really big tendency of just consolidating for a long period of time. If you go to log chart, you guys can see this. Wow, it's an incredibly bullish chart. Yeah, Doge consolidates for a long time. Consolidation, moving up. Consolidation, moving up. All right, not the best chart. Maybe it doesn't need to be a log. Do auto. All right. So the point here I'm trying to make is that you had them moving up, and it consolidated for April until really like beginning of April to mid-April. It's not even oh, this is 4 hours. That's why I'm like saying, what am I doing here? This doesn't make any sense. There we go. Much better. All right. Yeah, so it moved up and it consolidated from 16 April all the way until May-ish, around there. And over here you can see even more, even clearer. On this one, there we go. It came up at January, and it consolidated all the way until April. So it had 3 months of consolidation, just stuck inside of a range and just kept doing that. And people forget about Doge. It just chills and does its thing. Over here, same thing. You guys can see this. So it went up on 2 January, and it consolidated till the end of January. So this is how Doge operates. So is it unreasonable for it to come up here and then just consolidate for a while? No, it's not. I don't think that's something that's outside the wheelhouse for this particular coin at all. It likes to consolidate for a month or two and then do its movements. So I think that's what's reasonable. I think that makes the most sense. I go into serious detail on Doge yesterday on like breaking this whole thing down, why I think certain things. I even went on there and I showed you guys exactly how you could have sold the top on Doge. I'm going to do a more in-depth video later about it. I'm creating a massive guide series. I'm starting to post them. I started to post them yesterday. My second video came out today. And I have like 30 videos planned for this series. It's going to be incredibly detailed, going down step by step. I already have like the first like 10 scheduled. Getting thumbnails, all that good stuff made now. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. So that's my market scan. Just in general right now, guys, we're really waiting on Bitcoin. Like, we don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. And until we get some sort of clarification on there, we're just basically just waiting at this point. So if you want if you want by the minute updates, make sure to follow my Facebook. It's in the description. Outside of that, have a good day, guys. And I will go and start making some more videos for y'all for the educational series. See you guys.